Just
All right.
chatting. Mhm.
Do you believe we should be live?
Okay. Oh, interview with ex-Deity moderator. We are live. Oh yeah.
All right. Hello, everyone. I am here with Kanish Quotes.
Hi everybody. You might have seen me on 2 streams. I don't reveal my face, although I did reveal on one of the streams. So go ahead, dox me.
I'm sure they'll try after this.
I'm sure. Considering he has an army of mod girls.
Oh yeah, they are famous for hunting down little details about people.
Well, they already know where I work. Maybe they'll email something to my boss.
Oh, these are the kinds of people that might. But
So, mhm.
you can use this as a chance to tell your story about what happened with you.
No, it's like if this January 18th stream that I did with him, and there was one I did prior. The first one I did, I was like, I just used my cell phone for it. I have 4G, so a pretty good speed. So I did one stream with him. I had a bit of a chit chat. It was fun, good all laughs, all shit and giggle. Then next day I was at work. I had a break, so I just happened to be online. He accepted it. I booked a conference room and I was on stream for almost half an hour, I believe, 30 minutes, of course. You saw that stream, didn't you?
Yes, I did. That was, I
Mhm.
believe, the one I was attempting to join before I found out I was muted.
Oh, okay. I guess you had to pay the price for me getting in on the stream.
Oh yeah,
You're frozen, by the way.
am I?
Yeah. Let me see. Let me check on my other phone. I think you're. No, you're not frozen. You're not frozen. You're just frozen on my phone. That's
Oh,
okay.
okay. All right.
All right. So
Paranoid about this sort of thing.
that's all right. No, you're being broadcasted fine. It's my phone that's showing you as frozen. Never mind. So then I did that stream, and in that stream, multiple times we were like, "Oh yeah, we have a stream schedule. We have a stream schedule." I had taken an off from work, and my work schedule is pretty crazy. And I mostly get off days during weekdays, like it could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I had to put in some effort to get this thing done, and I got an off on Saturday. And because of this reason, I don't get to hang out with my friends. Now, this fellow, on the other hand, he agreed, yeah, fine, we'll do it. We'll talk about stuff. We want to talk about a topic. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I'm a history buff, so he wanted to talk about some culture and all. I'm like, okay, fine, you can do that. If you don't want to
Hmm.
do that, it's okay. And last DM, we communicate each other through Twitter DMs. I don't email him. I don't have his number. He doesn't have my number. And last DM I got from Twitter was, yeah, I'm going to sleep now, and it's a long day. We'll catch up tomorrow. We'll discuss stuff. And I replied, fine. I'm also going to sleep. I'll text you when I get up and when I'm available. Let me know. We'll hit it. When I woke up, I saw him streaming with some girl. I think one or two people. And okay. Then I DM'd him. Then, hi, what's up? I DM'd a question mark. I have the receipts on my phone, which I don't want to put in public because that's a little too much. But I do
Understandable.
have the receipts if it comes to the shit show hitting the fan. So again, I'm messaging him. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I'm alone in my apartment on a Saturday night, 3 a.m. my time. There is no response from this person. Yes, no, maybe. Plan has changed. Nothing.
Silence.
3:30, 4 a.m. I see him streaming. I tweeted him, thanks, my off day has been wasted. That's it. Nothing else. Um, I put that in the live chat and boom, I'm muted from the chat and I'm blocked from his Twitter. And
And
immediately on his stream, the moment he saw my comment, uh, immediately I'm muted and then he says this. Doesn't give me any opportunity to respond to him. And I'm not being like confrontational or anything. oh, this person, like, we had something, but I wasn't prepared. I fell asleep. I often like stay late at night. I fall asleep, and then this fellow was keep pushing and pushing, and I'm not gonna apologize. And I'm like, what? What happened? Like, there is no apology required, my friend.
Yeah. Um,
I mean, this
it,
is common courtesy.
yeah. If you expect a response back, especially if you have potentially other plans. Not
Exactly.
unreasonable.
And I wasted the entire weekend. I woke up at what, like 6 in the evening till 4 in the morning, my time. I'm sitting in my room waiting for this person to respond. At least let me know so that I can do something else with my life.
Absolutely. And a simple, that
Mhm.
a simple response could have just changed a lot of things.
True. And it's like you have this image of yours that you are cashing in right now because he gets like 500-600 people watching him.
Yes,
You don't
he.
have the common courtesy to. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was saying that. Yeah, he puts on a very wholesome, very personable image.
Well, if you want to be mama deity, then you have to better. Need to learn to how to take care of your kids. We don't want to end up like Onision's children, do we?
Yes. No, you do not. But
And you were attacked too, weren't you?
yes, I left a comment on a parody video, and that was ran off to him by uh, a bunch of his female moderators who I can only describe to be like high school mean girls, and they go into his mod mail and just spread absolute nonsense about people being deep state RSN plants, that he's got a spy network inside his chat.
Wow. How much money does Artisan have? He must be rich.
I mean, he's hacking people. He has spy networks. Um, from what I hear, he has a line directly to the president. It seems
Oh,
that he has a lot of influence.
hmm, interesting. Then why does he look like a janitor when he runs this washed out channel? How many subscribers he has? I think what? I don't think he has like 200,000 subscribers.
Uh, Not sure how many he has.
I can
Uh,
look it up.
sure. What I do know is that it's all an act. He is a wealthy millionaire with spy networks.
Okay. Is that why he is like flying girls and hunting down fangirls? He has 10,000 subscribers. Seriously, a fellow with a spy network. He looks like a janitor.
Yeah, he does. He looks like the kind of guy that works on an oil rig, perhaps something like that.
Yeah, and the reason I'm using the word janitor is because if you go to Real Stream News's Patreon, you will find him in a janitor. I don't know. I think it's some
Like a
janitor
jumpsuit.
from some TV. Yeah, no. It's a character from a TV show. I don't know which one. I don't watch that much American TV, but there is some janitor character, and he has his face on him on top.
Hmm. Well, during your time as a moderator, uh, did you notice any of the pettiness that would be turned against both of us at some point?
I'll tell you something. He is very vocal about blocking people. There was one stream he did where I again he doesn't follow any schedule. I don't know, maybe he has started following a schedule because I do get notifications and YouTube does push like his streams to me because I did watch him a lot. But earlier he had no schedule. He would random times, like whatever time he woke up, he would just like didn't even wash his face and he would start streaming. And one of the streams he was like randomly making people mad. Whoever was like a little bit familiar, he recognized their usernames. He would like, okay, you're a moderator. Okay, you're a moderator. I said hi, and you're a moderator now. I'm like, okay, what do I do as a moderator? I don't have time for
No,
this. Not
was
like
this
I'm not being condescending, but it's like I watch him during my commute. Other times I'm at work. So I'm like, I can't sit and mod chats for you, but he made me a moderator. And the only person, I don't know, one person I muted for like 30 minutes or so was someone who was like literally talking F words and all that.
Yeah,
F you, F this.
spam.
So yeah, so he was doing that. So I simply like muted one person and I'm like, he made me a mod. So I think more to do with the fact is like he has made a lot of people mods. So he himself may not like it because Mama Deity has a big heart, I guess.
He
But
seems to have like no vetting process. There was another streamer by the name of Heavy Down who was made a moderator and then
Mhm.
demodded publicly in stream the same day. And while Heavy Down is like apparently an experienced administrator, she has admined Facebook groups, games. All she needed was
Mhm.
some direction, and she was just modded, given no instruction, was doing her
Mhm.
best, and then essentially was humiliated publicly on the stream by Deity.
Wow. Same. I mean, I wouldn't say like because I did not get anything. I just laughed it out. Oh wow, I'm a mod. Be careful. That's it. I laughed it out. I was not demodded, but when this whole ordeal happened, where he basically wasted my off day, a weekend for me, I was pretty pissed. And like I'm an anomaly. I'm probably the only one I know in my part of the world who watches this. If I go talk to my coworker and tell them, "Hey, Onision, this courtroom drama happened with Onision," nobody would know this. I'm an anomaly. I watched this YouTube commentary channels for like since 2009, better part. So I have nobody
Well,
to share it with. And then I
well,
found you.
yes. But funnily enough, if I were to go to my job, be out there plowing snow and all that, and I tried to bring up an
Hmm.
EC on it, I would have a bunch of 30-plus-year-old
Hmm.
construction workers looking at me like I'm an insane person.
Yep,
So it's actually a very niche thing, despite how many people are actually following it.
that is true. I was once like watching one of someone roasting Onision on a video, and I was like laughing out. And my coworker like, "What are you watching? What is this?" I tried to explain it to him, and I gave up. And I just said like, "This is a very stupid person," and people are laughing at him. Like, okay.
Yeah, he's one of those people that you can't exactly introduce someone unfamiliar to without him being like,
Yeah,
"I'd rather not here anymore."
you have to be familiar with the mythos.
Exactly. I mean, you could probably write a novel just going through all of the nonsense he's done since his first time on YouTube.
True, and it's like there is so much to like learn of him being shitty, and I'm a little like surprised that wow, I have acquired all this. Like this is a decade worth of history that I have acquired unintentionally.
Yeah, it's almost it is almost like some sort of compendium, especially
Hmm.
on the Life of Onion wiki. You can just spend hours just reading about his depravity.
Hmm. Yeah, the Life of Onion website is pretty good, but there is one problem is like they have too many long articles there because it's like rather than small sections. So, but it's still a pretty good source, Life of Onion.
Absolutely.
At least that's where I get to know about his mom. And then I watch some of Stevie Wolf's streams about him. A lot of them are like old videos that people have mirrored, and
Yeah,
because
it's where you can read about his cult. His
Mhm.
globalist pedophile cult, where they talk about genociding meat eaters and things like that.
Yeah, come at me, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, did you saw the picture of him in the court with Rebzion standing next to it?
Oh yeah.
Rebzion looked like a buff dude, and Rebzion is like a normal dude. He's not very buff,
Well,
and
I've met Repsion a little bit, and he's slightly under me. And Onision looks like he is tiny, and the fact he's going on trying to challenge people to boxing matches.
yeah. And he used to laugh at Rebzion. Is like he's a tiny guy. That's why I challenged him. I'm like, really? And this is one guy who has spent almost entirety of his career, if you can call it a career, belittling people for their looks alone.
Yeah, and depending on who you ask, it looks like he may be lying about his height because Onision was going around claiming he was 5'11", and that is not 5'11".
Yeah, and the
because
first thing Rebzion tweeted after the courthouse was like, "Oh my God, I'm taller than Rebzion." That's the first thing he tweeted out.
yeah, because for some reason I thought he was maybe like slightly shorter than me because I think Repsion's probably about 5'11", 5'10". I'm like
Hmm.
6'1", depending on the time of day. And Repsion looks like he's about 5'6", 5'5", like tiny.
Yeah, and this guy he wears. Do you remember what Ayala said in the stream that when he came to fetch them from the airport, he was wearing like platform boots? Who does
Yeah,
that?
dressed as the Joker.
Nobody who is 5'11" would wear platform boots, to be honest.
I don't think you should. But going up
And
to
yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
an airport like that is also just very much so uncalled for. You're trying to look as unintimidating as possible going through an American airport.
I have no experience of American airports, but if you dress up like that at an Indian airport, you will be questioned by people in uniform.
So here in America, the TSA will drag you into a special room and get real familiar with you.
Cavity checkup and all?
Oh yeah. That's why if I'm getting on a plane, I make sure I'm clean shaven, nothing that makes me look
Yeah,
threatening or anything like that.
yeah. Wear glasses.
Glasses, uh, put some hair gel in, just look like a nerd.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
I did that too when I went for my trip overseas. My sister, like, she lives there in Europe, and she said, don't act smart with the people of immigration. Don't just keep your sense of humor in your pocket because I have this unfortunate thing. I make one-liners all the time, so like don't
yeah,
laugh too much, don't act smart. Just act as like a nerd, studious person. I'm like, I'm going on this is like a tourist visa. She is like, nope, you have to act like a student. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll act like a student. Yes, sir, no, sir, okay, sir, bye, sir. That's it. Hey, there's a Hola Banana in the chat.
I noticed. Yes, they seem to be a
Yes.
fan of yours.
Oh, I guess I made a few fans. Two
Yeah,
streams is all it takes.
I do remember you from the streams, and I've got quite a few people who remember me from Deity stream too, who have like I said, come to my video and been like, "Hey, we've
Hmm.
had the exact same story."
Hmm.
Yeah, it seems
Uh,
like he built like a tight knit community that he then kicked out, and we're now finding each other again.
yeah, the thing with him is like this is like that typical trigger warning safe space.
Yeah,
And
and
I used to think like that is just like an exaggeration done by commentary channels, but oh boy, how wrong I was.
yeah, and I understood that there were because every chat has its own rules. Like you can get away with certain
Oh,
things in more chats than others, and I
oh.
didn't think his chat was that bad, but it's just gotten
Hmm.
to a point now where it's just like you step out of line slightly, like you say
Hmm.
innocent until proven guilty, for example, and someone got banned for that.
Wow.
Like
Hey, Hola Banana was also an X mod for 2 seconds.
oh well, join the club.
Hey, welcome to the club, Hola Banana.
Uh,
Wow.
yeah, it's almost a parody. Just just all that's happened.
I'm not gonna apologize. You'll see pushing. I'm like, what? I'm asking you, what's the schedule, my dear? And boom, you're blocked. You're pushing me. I'm like, dude, dread the day I push you.
Yeah, and I think that there was another guy I just found recently who reached out to
Mm-hmm.
me, and he that there was a woman named Caitlin Bennett, a
Mm-hmm.
journalist, a conservative
Mm-hmm.
journalist that
Okay.
basically I wasn't aware of who this person was, but they
Mm-hmm.
showed me the evidence. Didi
Mm-hmm.
basically smeared this journalist as some kind of alt right Nazi when
Alt right,
they
yeah. Alt
yeah
right is a go-to word. Alt right is a go-to word.
yeah and you know that when a person gets called that, you really got to look into it these days because
Mm-hmm.
it just gets thrown around and
Mm-hmm.
weaponized. But
Mm-hmm.
what this person was telling me basically was that Deity
Mm-hmm.
used that whole video essentially as a smear job on this woman. That there are legitimate criticisms about her, but everything he was saying within that video was debunked. There was like a half-hour video on YouTube going through all his points and debunking each of them.
Share that link. It would be enlightening. Enlightening. And
Give
if
me a
like
sec.
if I was not like blocked, and if this actually happened, like I'm saying like if he actually pulled this stunt of this journalist, because I stopped watching his stream since then. So if he really did that, we wouldn't. He would have eventually blocked me because I would challenge his views.
Exactly. And he just cannot take any kind of criticism. I mean, he claims he won't ban you if you disagree, but
Hmm.
unless you step on eggshells in your disagreement, it's just
Yeah.
not going to work. Oh, it was Caitlin Bennett. I will share
He yeah, and he would block me for sure, and I'll tell you why. Because he is going into politics discussion, and newsflash, my previous Twitter account was blocked by BuzzFeed India and ultimately false flagged by SJWs.
that. Really. Is BuzzFeed India like BuzzFeed of America by any chance?
Yes, but less politics, more nonsense clickbait articles and videos. But they do dare a few political things, but that doesn't fly much in India because currently we have a right wing government which have people support, and thankfully our media is not as corporate owned as like before they could have that much power. uh, People became aware of the internet. It's not like in America. It's like this mainstream media has a stronghold, like what CNN and MSNBC do. They talk one thing, and
Yeah.
then I found Fox News to be actually very balanced these days. They are very
Fox
respectful.
News about
Yeah,
3 or 4 years ago was essentially this cesspool, but for some reason it has shifted,
yeah,
or maybe CNN and MSNBC have shifted so far to the opposite
left.
direction that they've Fox has stepped in to fill in the
No,
niche.
ever
Um,
since they fired Bill O'Reilly, and then since then things have improved on Fox. Tucker
yeah,
Carlson is amazing. I mean, even if he brings these crazy feminists and all as a guest, notice one thing: he is very respectful towards them when he talks to them.
yeah, I like Tucker Carlson a lot. I
Yeah.
think that he's in contact with people like Alex Jones. He sends news stories to him, which
Hmm.
apparently he has to fight with the Fox producers to get on air.
Yep.
So
And
I
he
have a
recently
lot of
said
respect.
that Fox. He said that even though there is like he was on Dave Rubin, and he said that the amount of freedom that Dave Rubin has as an independent creator, he wish he had that. But he said, but then Dave Rubin says, but you say some really outrageous by their standard. He said, yeah, because for most parts, what we are saying in studio, producers don't, interfere with that. And I'm like, that is how it's supposed to be.
Uh, Sorry to switch topics here. Hola
Mhm.
Banana says in the chat, I was the person who Didi accused of telling him to kill his cat.
Whoa!
It was effed up.
Kill his cat. He owns cats, by the way.
Yeah, he has a bunch of kittens right now. I think that's been a thing for a while. But
Hmm.
he accused you of telling him to kill his cat. If you're still there, Holla Banana, do you want to elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah,
Because that sounds absolutely insane.
or maybe join this.
That'll work too if you're interested. But um,
So he plans to. He always acts as this innocent person, and he has cried so many times. Oh, I'm so psychologically damaged and all that. Okay.
yeah, he
Do you
has.
think he is currently streaming on his channel? Do you think he's talking about us?
I was over there a little bit, and he was flipping out about trolls and how he won't be responding to people on Twitter anymore. So I'm not for sure if he's talking about me.
Or
I'm
me?
not. Could be talking about either of us. Could be talking
Well,
about.
I was on stream, so if he's gonna talk shit about me, there's gonna be a lot of questions.
Yeah, there was
I'm
a.
sure because I'm not a troll, my dear. I'm not a troll. I can pull some really big strings if I want to.
Well, Hola Banana, you do not need a cam if you want to come on and just do audio. That would be fine.
Yeah. You can switch the back camera just like I did and then shut off your video and then just do the audio. We are okay with that.
Or you could type in the chat if that works for you. I mean, let
Yeah,
us
we
know.
can read it out. Yep.
But yeah, I don't know what he's going off about now. Before I left to do this,
Hmm.
he was
Hmm.
going off about someone calling him a racist, and he was angrily typing at Wes Most, who he is currently fighting with now, despite them doing an interview not that long ago.
Westmost is, yeah, he did a lot of interviews with people. I saw that.
Yeah, I'm not quite for sure exactly what the
Mhm.
what the whole thing with that is, but it seems to be new and just him probably Deity pissing more people off.
This is not a way to handle things. I mean, I think that's more to do with the fact that he hasn't really worked. As in, I know this sounds like a jab, but it's not. But you know, when you're working in a company per se or anywhere, then there are people you have to work with that you don't like, but you don't like attack them for no reason.
Exactly.
I work with assholes all the time. I train assholes to be lesser of an asshole.
Yeah, and you can be an asshole. You just have to, control it and use it appropriately.
Exactly.
Uh,
By the way, the StreamYard doesn't work on mobile, so I can join as a guest, but I cannot host it. But you now works on mobile. So if I ever want to host a stream, would you be interested?
yes, I would be more than happy to come on in.
Hmm.
I have never
Yeah.
used you now before in my life, but I'm
Yeah.
quick learner. I'll
It's
figure it
like
out.
YouTube. It's like YouTube, but more, uh, you know,
Uh,
cartoonish. You can
yeah.
say.
Holla Banana, do you have a Twitter,
Hmm.
a Discord, anything I can send you a private link?
Yeah, my other phone internet is effed up. How do I join? Okay, fine. Yeah. By the way, are you a man or a woman?
But while we wait for Holla to respond, I do want
Everybody,
to.
the McDonald's staff is staring at me. You saw that?
I did. I saw a brief
Mm.
glimpse. Yes.
Yeah, so I didn't buy anything, but this is like near my house, so I come here often, and so I buy stuff. But I think the staff has changed. I better buy something.
Buy a burger or leave.
No, I don't buy a burger. Indian McDonald has some really good items. There's one thing I'll show you.
Oh, right, India.
Yeah,
I've heard they have
yeah,
a very different things there.
yeah. It's like a lot of vegetarian stuff is there, so I'll give them a reason to be happy. Hey guys, I'm buying something. That's how it works. Live streaming McDonald's.
Better not get your order wrong. We'll expose you.
McPuff cake. I'm buying a puff pastry. Oh, doxing myself. Don't worry. You can look. Yeah, get her on the stream while I clog my arteries. You want to see what I bought? Look, food review channel. Uh, Chamach. Spoon. Mm. Thank you. Oh, Hola Banana doesn't know how to join a stream.
Holla, you can just give me a Twitter account, a Discord. I mean, anything that I can send you a private link.
Yeah.
It says I can host up to 9 people. So if any other Ex-Deity mods want to come out of the woodwork here, now's the time.
Yeah. Share their sob stories. It's a puff pastry. Have a food review meanwhile. Okay. It's got cheese and veggies and hot sauce. Where's my ketchup? Bloody hell.
Of course, they got your order wrong. It is McDonald's. A different country.
No.
Same.
No. Here it's much better. I didn't get any ketchup. Get me chili sauce. Yeah. For an average American like you, this can burn your throat. What's with Hola Banana? Is she gonna join?
Yes, she is giving me her information now, or their information now.
Okay. Doxing people on live stream. Let me shut down my video. I don't want your. Okay, let me mute it. You don't want to hear the mukbang noises.
All right, I am going to DM you the link. Well, first off, I'm going to DM you a message just to make sure it's the right person. Just confirm your identity before I send the link, so I'm not sending it to some creeper online or something.
Super King has joined. Surviving King.
Paula, just respond to the thing I sent you on Twitter just to make sure I sent it to the right person. If you didn't receive it, then I sent it to the wrong person. All right, I am going to send you the link now. And you
All I was asking.
Join. Welcome.
Okay. Is something supposed to happen?
I think so.
I'm hoping. Oh yeah.
Oh, did it work?
I guess. I don't know. It got smaller.
Oh,
I don't. Oh,
I've opened it up for 3 people.
Yeah. Hola accepted. I don't know.
It was the first time I've ever used this thing. I didn't even know what this was until today. So my apologies if it's all my fault. Oh, I think they're here.
Okay, let me know. Unless you want to hear a mukbang. Oh, someone is here.
Oh,
I'm here.
Hi,
Welcome.
Hola.
How are ya?
Good.
Good.
So, you, you, something about you advised him to kill his cat.
Yeah, and that's not actually what happened at all. What happened was, I don't know if you were like there for that one stream. I think maybe you were, but like he was sitting there and like bitching at, Tiny. What was her name? Like, JB's cat or whatever. Like saying she was making a bunch of noise because she was in heat, and people were trying to tell him like go spay his cat. Well, he just got like real uncomfortable and ended the stream. And then he had a kitten that died on January the 7th. And that cat didn't get any veterinary care or like no way of taking it to the vet and like euthanizing it or whatever. But yet he can like go around and virtue signal and be like telling people that, oh, I'm going to donate to RSN's victim, which is fine. But like, get your priorities straight, dude. So I sent him that a direct message on Twitter, and he called me a bitch. And then he had JB post that I told them to kill Bear, which is ridiculous. I have
Wow.
two
Wow, that
special
is
needs cats. One was my uncle's ESA. My uncle was a Vietnam vet. My uncle was dying, and I paid $3,000 for my cat surgery because I promised my uncle I would bring that cat to come see him if he got better. So I would never tell
Fuck.
anybody that.
yeah, and we were looking at something earlier that said on
Okay,
the
so my ordeal sounds like a minor inconvenience now. Seriously.
yeah, this is probably the
Wow.
worst thing I've heard coming from the deity.
It was fucked
Ash-
up. It was fucked up. Sorry about my language.
No, no,
Like,
that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. This is not deity stream. You can express yourself. That's okay.
I was mad.
yeah, I would be too. That's wow,
That's
that's a big
and
extrapolation there.
now he has the gall to criticize Onision for killing his turtle or his pets or neglecting his kids when
Right.
he
Which,
is turning around and doing
right.
exactly the same thing.
And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong. Like if you take on a pet and you don't have the money or whatever, there's nothing wrong with doing the best that you can with what
Yeah,
you got,
at least put it out of its misery, damn it.
including, right. And I'm not
That
saying that, that was the advice, but I mean, obviously he didn't take that kid to the vet. She just wasn't born right, or
oh
wasn't
no, no, no,
born
no, no.
right, or
He
something.
must have felt bad. He must have felt bad about it. So that's okay. Everything
I mean,
is cleared up once you feel bad about something.
I
That's
have raised, like I said, many dogs before,
I had
puppies,
dogs all my life.
and
Yeah.
sometimes they just don't make it. That is something that
True.
happens. But at the same time, if
Sure.
he's donating to Onision's victims and things like, get your goddamn cat spayed. If I had the money, my dog would be fixed. He keeps trying to kill the others.
And
So
then he's saying
priority.
that, he can't get veterinary care for his cat because he can't prove, because, like, yeah, some places you do have to show like an EBT card or like a Medicaid card to get discounts on veterinary care. But didn't he say
He
that some of the people in his family, like, get that? I mean, can't you, like, grab their shit and go and, like, I don't know,
his
man.
mom drives him around everywhere. Can't the mom do something? He couldn't manage an ID and he couldn't even fill a form to get a PO box.
Right.
Dude, a PO box, people will send you free shit. Get the PO box done. It's for your own good. It's something selfish.
So is
Sure.
I
that
would
is
love
that
to set up like 10 PO boxes if people send me free shit.
is that the truth behind
Yeah.
the PO box? I was hearing that he was saying it was too expensive. Could he literally just not figure it out?
What I recall, because I don't watch him anymore, but what I recall is like, this is too complicated. And it is like, I have to fill this form. And then they're asking this ID, that ID. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
And he can't figure out those
I live
forms.
in the
Just
most
tell them
bureaucrat,
it's failure.
I live in the most government powered country in the world. And all it takes is just one valid ID, one photo ID. That's it. Driving license, your voter ID. How do you get a bank account? Damn it. You need an ID, don't you?
He's got a
Well,
PayPal, but he can't figure out how to get money anywhere. So I'm thinking that maybe he doesn't have a great bank account or so. I don't know.
Oh,
well,
come on. You can get a bank account as a college student. You can bloody. He said he used to work at a supermarket. On the supermarket salary account, they open a bank account for you. Leeching
Sure.
off to that bank account, you can get a very basic credit card. It's that
They give you
easy.
that net spend or whatever.
he's
I
also
don't know how it works there. I still have my old salary account running to this day. I love it so much.
He's also almost 30 and should sort of have this stuff figured out by now.
He's my age, so he's 32.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna pretend that I understand all that stuff. I'm still figuring that stuff out myself. But that is, at that point, I hope I have it figured out.
Oh, it's very easy. If you need some advice, I'll DM you one. Just
Well,
making
thank
sure you
you.
don't go crazy. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's not that hard. It's very easy to mess it up, but it's not that hard to keep it sorted.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I want to definitely do research into personal finance and things like that. Something that apparently Deity has not done if he is apparently making all this money on YouTube but not getting his cats fixed.
More than that, one thing that baffles me is like, especially in America these days, and this is like a generalization, you can call it that. I see a lot of like 25 plus people. They are so like, oh, I don't know this, I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to do that. I mean, like, you're living in a country with no public transport and you don't know how to drive a car.
Goddamn millennials. I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry?
I said, God dang millennials. Just kidding. I'm an
No,
old woman.
seriously. No, that's all right. It's okay. This is beyond. Me and him, I don't know if you watched the earlier part of the stream, we were just discussing how he just blocks people and he doesn't have the common courtesy to say to someone like, hey, I won't be able to do the stream, so don't wait.
Yeah, he sends people, like, at least he sent me. I've heard other people say he sent them things too. These long-winded messages. I guess it's designed as some sort of guilt trip, some sort of attack into you, and then immediately blocks you so you can't respond against, which generally is a wall of bullshit.
No, he sent me a long message too. I didn't bother reading it because it was very convoluted. I didn't bother it. English is a second language for me. A simple yes or no, or like, I won't be able to do it. Let's do it later would be sufficient. I wouldn't have wasted an entire weekend.
Oh, I got it too.
My friend said he cock blocked me.
Ooh. Oh no.
Yeah, it was a Saturday night. I should have gone. I could have
Not
gone.
his micro penis.
I don't want to I don't like bad mouthing people, but I'm like full of rage, and I have no one else to discuss this because there is no one would understand around me. What is going on? Why are you so upset? YouTube what?
Yeah.
What did a YouTuber do to you? Who do I share it with?
Yeah, it's crazy because I've never had a bad interaction with a YouTuber before, but it's like
never.
He's supposed to be personable, but I didn't mean this personable.
This is like poor man's Nicocado.
Right. Very poor.
And now that I'm like going back, I just checked out a couple of streams. I was like hate watching some of the stuff he has done. Dude doesn't even wash his face.
Oh, I know. He was looking nasty.
He doesn't wash his face.
Latest stream, I mean, he generally has a certain look. Here's average look. He looks like shit compared to that. Now, I don't know what his paranoia has done to him. I don't know if he's not sleeping.
Earlier he would like have like combed up hair and all that. He used to have it, combed up hair and all. But now it's like, when you wake up, you have this certain, I don't know, layer of whatever on yours. I don't know what you call it in English, but you have the certain layer of something on you, which you have to wash off.
Grime.
Yeah, you need to touch water, man.
Yeah, exactly. And he was fine. He used to have like nice hair and everything earlier. I don't know what happened to him. Is he following following the route of Onision, like as Onision rots, he will rot, like Dorian Gray style?
He did it to himself because he doesn't control his reactions to things, and he lets his merry band of bitches, as like I call them, trigger him, and
they're all unemployed, by the way. All of the girls are unemployed, by the way.
He does not understand that he is responsible for his own reactions to people.
Yeah.
Tonight on that stream, he was saying, and actually I shit posted in there how you guys would have been proud. Tonight on that stream, he was saying that certain people trigger him, and they know that they trigger him. And I kind of thought that what I told him about the cats would trigger him. I never dreamed on that level. But then, like, I went in there and I used the name Catfish Kitchen Table. That sounds familiar. And
Catfish Kitchen Table?
Yes. You know, like from Holly Undead's video.
Mhm.
And
How they're-
somebody in there was saying, "Oh, everybody's talking shit about you on Reddit," which I'm on Reddit, but I have not seen the threads, and I looked, I couldn't find them. But I
haven't
go,
found
"Well, I'm
anything like
sure
that
your
either.
moderators will go in there and read everything and report it back to you super accurately." And JB read it out loud.
Mhm.
She's like, "Catfish Kitchen
Mhm.
Table says," I was like, I was fucking roll. I felt like screen recording it.
Oh my god! I was in his stream for a little bit, just in time to hear him talking about how he's just going to be muting people from now on. He's not responding to it. He's not acknowledging. He's not even letting people know they're muted. He's just silencing people now.
He's gonna be a Steve Shive. He's like Steve Shives and Nico Carlo combined. I don't know if you know about Steve Shives. He's a big joke on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with his work, but
No, his work is not worth getting familiar with, so you're not missing much. He was like at the time when the 2016 elections happened. So at this time there was a big culture war, like SJW, right wing, left wing thing going on. So he's a left wing SJW types.
Mm.
Yeah, and he looks like a beta male. So
yeah, if you're going to be left wing, be like one of
Yeah.
those dirtbag
Mhm.
Chapo types who don't like that sort of stuff.
Mm.
funny thing is, I'm like centrist hardcore in the middle. So everybody hates me. Both sides hate me.
Yeah,
Nah.
that's where I've ended up by accident.
Politics is
Oh,
fun,
yeah.
but more than that, it's like meltdowns. I'm sorry, yeah, lady, go ahead.
He's got his mods in there live right now, and it's Jessa B right now and Laurel B.
Yeah, I know.
From my mole and his moderator, those are the ones that like to go around spreading
Oh
drama.
my God! Someone said he's so emotional he doesn't get time to shower. We have 11 people watching us.
Hello, 11 people.
Oh Lord.
I will have to leave. I have just like 5 more minutes. I love this so much. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I mean,
might. Uh-huh.
I'm sure we'll be hearing something about this, or he'll be mentioning something offhanded about all of us here, and then it'll be.
I'm not
back
gonna
up.
apologize, but people keep pushing, and I just don't like it. Yeah. This is what he
Right.
said. When I'm like, dude, you don't even have common courtesy.
I mean, and these are
But like the thing is, he will respond because he'll just shit post on Twitter about you, and then send you
I'm
a
blocked,
nasty
so I
message.
don't know. I'm blocked, so I don't
I am
know.
too, but you know how that goes. And then also he privated it. But then what he does to people is he shit posts on Twitter about them, and then he goes
Mhm.
into his live stream, and then he screws around with the mods and everybody hitting around
Yeah.
about who pissed him off,
The
and
gossip
then
girls.
everybody knows. So
Yeah,
well,
he's planning to. Maybe he'll try to get me fired for all I know.
I just went on his Twitter just to see what was going on one of my stock accounts. He has me blocked on my main one. It looks like he found me and blocked me. Either that or
Oh wow!
he's purging his Twitter, I guess, of anyone that looks suspicious, might be a deep state RSN plant, things like that.
oh
Deep
come
state
on.
RSN planned. Yeah,
Oh,
RSN.
yeah,
I heard
obvious.
is like RSN is like probably like next to Putin. I guess that's how powerful RSN is apparently.
How does he find the time?
Who
I have no
RSN?
idea.
Duty.
I don't know. Maybe. And funny thing is, like he sleeps and he wakes up and then he starts streaming. For last couple of streams, because I get the notification. I mean YouTube. So it's like, bro, wash your face at least.
Well, just
You were
donate
nice
to
and
his PayPal,
tidy.
Kanish, so he can pay his water bill.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not. I'm regretting super chatting him a few times.
I know. I'm like, I want a refund.
Yeah,
I don't. I mean, if he can, and I'll tell you something. He had. You know what? He's ruining what he created. If he can
Yeah.
pull a coin out of me, he can pull a coin out of anybody. Trust me.
Yeah, he really does have the potential with his channel to really make something out of it, and he is just self-sabotaging every step.
Exactly.
I mean, I have people in my DMs right now sending me things talking about, hey, I have a bad experience with Deity too. I mean, it's just insane. And these are people who are claiming they've super chatted him, they've given
Yeah.
him money, they've supported him, and it's just
Oh,
like it's very
he's gonna be like, just because you super chat me doesn't mean I owe you anything. I'm not gonna apologize. Oh, dude, you want to confront something? Then have some balls and learn to confront. Funny thing is, what happened with me is sort of petty, but it's annoying. And when
yeah.
what happened with you is also petty and annoying, but what happened with Banana Sola is terrible.
Oh yeah, that what happened to Holla Banana is probably the worst thing I have heard. That is just insane. But most of the things that I've seen have been you say something that be off color or taken that way, okay, and he just
Hmm.
extrapolates it to the absolute most dramatic game, which is I think is what happened with Holla Banana, is that he
Hmm.
took a simple innocent comment and then made it into this big fucking attack on him.
It was a lie. It was just a flat out lie. I mean, how do you
One of the
turn
gossip
a
girls
picture
tipped
of
him,
a
right?
cat into kill
Yeah,
your cat? How do you do
Wow.
that?
it's the I think he has surrounded himself by a bunch of moderators he never vetted, and they've essentially hijacked his channel.
He aggressively made everybody a mod. He made me a mod. Oh, hi, I recognize you. You're a mod now. He did that. I told you. And I think
Yeah,
he
I
said
mean,
this on the stream that I was chatting with him, that at first he thought I'm a troll and he had me muted. But I super chatted him. I gave him some money, and then I was back, and then his sister started reading out my name, and then he started reading. I'm like, and I just laughed it out. I didn't think about it, but now that like I'm thinking in a negative direction, maybe it's like he only unmuted me because I super chatted.
It was a social experiment. Well, thank you, Dr. Mengele, for that social experiment.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's sue a bunch of people together to make a conjoined twin.
Ooh.
I mean, yeah, it's I think this is only going to grow. I think he's only going to scare more people away from his community, and there's going to be more
Yeah,
people
because
speaking out
Mhm.
about it. He's going to end up as one of those YouTubers that you can
Mhm.
stream their subscriber numbers dropping because they've made such an ass of themselves.
Well, you know what? Like, that's how you grow. Like, I mean, my mom was like a narcissist, and for a long time, I thought, gaslighting and stuff like that was just something people did, how they got their needs met, to be honest. And then when people started calling me out on it, that's when I realized how lame it was, and I
Oh
learned.
my god.
I try to be self-aware and grow, and that's it.
Yeah, and it really does seem like he does
Mhm.
gaslight his fans into thinking he's constantly under attack. Everyone is out to get him. Everyone's out
I'm
to
sorry.
hurt poor innocent deity.
I'm not made of stone. I cry too, but I cannot cry in front of anybody. I cannot.
Yeah, I
It's a very
wouldn't cry.
personal thing, and it takes too much from. I'm sorry. It sounds very chauvinistic, but to be honest, for a man to cry, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Right.
It takes a lot of. It burns you a lot from inside if you're crying for a
Yeah,
man.
especially I wouldn't even if something like that happened on one of his streams,
Hmm.
you wouldn't leave it up. You do everything you can to forget it ever happened and hide the fact that you
Yep.
cried on stream.
Yeah.
But I think he's cried multiple times on stream. He has it's almost on cue, depending on the topic.
I mean, it's fine for him to
Rem-
feel that strongly about something, but
Mhm.
I don't know.
I mean, what really bothers me is this thing with RSN. I mean, he is just obsessed with like he seems to think everyone.
He is trying to be a hero. This is a typical activist mentality. I need something to destroy so that I can be a hero.
Yeah,
Why do you
and
think all these crazy Twitter SJW types, they call people racist and all? Because they on the inside, they want this is their claim to fame. They want themselves to be mentioned in the history books. They want to be the Rosa Parks. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
the woke Twitterati on Twitter think that they're like activists. They really aren't.
Yeah. Nope.
They're what is the term? Armchair activists. I think is the term I've heard people use.
Mhm. Yeah.
You know, they don't actually go out there. They actually don't protest. They don't go out and
Since
actually.
we have mentioned the left-wing Twitterati so many times, how long before we are termed as alt-right? Any guesses?
Oh, I'm just waiting for that. You know, you've made it on YouTube when you've been called alt-right, a pedophile,
Mhm.
or a racist of some kind.
Can I just
Yeah.
say something real quick? I want to say it real
Y-
quick while everybody's
yes,
still
ma'am.
here. Okay, you guys who are watching right now, if you are
Mhm.
watching, and I guess I don't really care like if Deity would find this video, but please be mindful of how you
Mhm.
report the contents of the video back to Deity. Understand that it might be triggering to him and that you are not responsible for his reaction if you do quote unquote snitch. I'm not accusing
Uh-huh.
anybody of snitching. I'm just saying
I
don't
mean,
blow it up to be something it's not.
and
I
sure enough,
have
True.
respect for
you
what
can
I'm
come watch me.
saying, and I know Skits does too. I'm sure
Mhm.
Kanish does too. So,
Mhm.
and we're not here to start a war, but we're just here to talk and
Express our
Yeah,
disappointment.
discuss something, because I think the reason that video I made was well received is because I think a lot of people have been having issues and no one was really talking about it.
Besides, he just blocks people. He just throws it out. Hey, you know what? Blah 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 blah, and boom, you're blocked. I'm like, okay, I saw this message after 2 days. What's going on?
Yeah,
That's what
and
happens with people. They don't even know what hit them.
and when you've got people giving you money and you turn around and block
Exactly.
them, they have a right to be a little mad, especially when they get no explanation. It's completely unjustified many of the times.
Or when they waste an entire Saturday night, damn it, waiting. Seriously.
Oh, of course, that too. Or they accuse you of killing, or they accuse you of trying to convince someone to kill a cat, which still bothers me. That is absolutely insane.
yeah, I
I
mean, I
had
told
my
him
dog
like,
put to sleep. I know.
take some of the cameras that you receive that you don't use, maybe sell them. I hope that you had that kitten euthanized, meaning the one who died without medical care. Clearly,
Hey, Sidzo, remember I talked about the cameras? He didn't
Yeah.
purchase them.
You said they were a gift, right?
didn't he like open up a bunch of PO boxes and he got like a tripod,
Yes.
camera,
Yes.
whatever? I
Yeah.
mean, he said he couldn't really figure some of them out. I'm just saying, like, he just needs to get his priorities straight instead of
Yeah,
like,
he yeah, it has gotten into his head basically because he gained traction way too much,
Yeah.
way too quick. He has
He
800 people watching him. He has Regina in his stream. I don't know if it counts, but that is a big deal for him
yeah,
and the people around him. Oh, Regina, the
yeah,
victim. It's like, dude, this is not a TV documentary.
and that's fine. But I mean, you don't get to treat anybody, other than guests, quote unquote, that you deem important, other than like massive super chatters, quote unquote, that you deem important like that.
yeah.
I don't know. And he streamed like 3, 4
And
times that day while I was waiting for him to reply to me. Imagine.
he's just gotten so melodramatic with just everything. I don't most people, they reach a certain level of stardom. You think they get full of themselves. They think that their shit don't stink. But his response to stardom is to think he's got all of these haters secretly in his chat.
Yeah,
You think that
it's something else.
every
It's also. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I
yeah
interrupt. I'm sorry.
it's fine. He thinks that half his chat, all right, is like not even real. I mean, it's absolutely unexplainable to me why a person would think that. I can't understand the logic that goes into it.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then he brought it on himself. I mean, I feel like he thinks it's just one person going in there and like practicing all over his lives when
No, I'm
it's
sorry.
multiple people that are having issues with him. I
Yeah,
mean,
Well,
and
and I
it's
think and more to do with the fact that he has created an echo chamber of these gossip girls around him. It's like when you have people around you who are literally agreeing to everything you say, or they're just listening to your side of story. You
enabling.
convince yourself, I'm feeling bad, and this person was so pushing me for it. I wasn't even ready. I don't like this. And then the girl would be like, "Oh no, you don't need such negativity. He always seemed like a bad person." I'm like, "Bitch, you don't even know half of it. What happened?"
yeah,
This is
he's
what
just
happens when you create an echo chamber.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So again, you guys that are listening, I mean, you know that if you go back and like misreport things to him, that it's going to upset him. If you really care about him as much as you think you do, like just be mindful. That's all.
Make him open for more self. Make him open for a little bit of criticism. Make him open for two-way communication. That's it.
Yeah,
Right.
especially the two-way communication thing. Because if he'd given me a chance to explain myself, I bet it all would have been resolved. I would never have made any videos responding to it. But the fact he blocked me is just beyond frustrating and doesn't make any sense. But
And he had me hanging there waiting on my off day on a weekend, damn it. And I'm just like sending him messages. I was not pushing anything. I
mean,
push
yeah,
people for a living, my dear. If you want to see that, come meet me once I'm at work. I push
yeah,
people for a living, and I'm
he's got
terrifying.
no
Trust me.
common courtesy. He wants his people at his beck and call, which is probably why most of his moderators are not employed, because he wants them at his beck and call.
Yeah, they're college kids or fresh out of college people. Bunch of kids.
Yeah, I think those are if we're thinking about the same people here, those young kids fresh out of college are the same ones who keep taking random, comments from people and running them off to him to get people muted.
The
Or
meme,
they can actually chase you in YouTube comments.
the one who commented on Holly's video is actually like a single mom of several kids, okay, including one that's
Trisha?
autistic.
Trisha?
And no, not her.
Trisha?
I know she's got one kid, but like the one is like, it's go look at Holly's video, please. I don't want to say it right here.
Okay, no problem. That's okay. We
But
don't. We are not here to smear anyone.
No, we're just here talking about our
We're not here to
experience.
smear anyone. We are talking about what happened, what we have experienced, what we have
it's Michelle,
been subjected to.
single mom, and I guess a mental health professional, but like she was the one who commented all over Holly's video, and yet she's probably the one who reported back to Deity about
Wow.
skits commenting on her video.
Yeah.
That one comment.
And my mole and his moderator does talk about some of the stuff that goes on in that mod mail. They do a lot of gossiping. Anyone who gets muted, they get smeared for a few minutes before being or after being muted, and then they seemingly move on to the next person. So, I mean,
This is such. I finished my high school in 2002. I don't need this. Seriously, I finished my 2000 high school in 2002. I don't need this.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, at
I'm
first
old.
my issue was with his moderators. I figured that maybe he's just isolated from it all, that his moderators are manipulating him. But after witnessing his behavior recently, he's complicit. He's got his own paranoia. He is, in my opinion, he's becoming unhinged, because if you look at his streams when they used to be what they are now, he looks disheveled. His face is red. He's sweating. He's constantly antsy, flipping out on people.
He doesn't wash his face. He just gets up. Nah, yeah, okay, fine. My computer is next to my bed. He gets up and boom.
He looks bad. He looks bad.
And we're not trying to destroy your career, Deity.
No.
You are destroying your career.
I mean, you could probably make a video, a montage of him, just a few seconds of every one of his live streams, and call it the degradation of Deity. I mean, he looks like he's losing his mind.
The
I wouldn't go
screenshot
that.
live came, because I still, even though I'm not subscribed, I got his notification, but whatever. Like, it was like shocking. It looked like sprung.
I'm sorry, I'm on the road. There might be noise in the background.
Okay, you're good.
That's fine.
You sound fine.
Yeah, you're very clear.
And you are breaking up, Banana.
I'm sorry. Is this better?
I
Yes,
can hear
no?
you both
She's
fine.
breaking up. You hear her fine?
Yeah, I hear both of you fine.
It might be your
Maybe
data.
then I have issue. I'm sorry, what? It's a corporate connection, my dear. I work for a mega corporation.
What did you say to me? Blocked.
No. If I actually get mad, I will have people destroy your life. You'll be deleted from public records.
Please don't do that.
Whoa.
No, I take requests too.
I'm already
That's
a
fine.
murderer.
Your
Oh,
bank
you
account
are?
no longer exists.
No,
Yeah.
not whatsoever.
Mm.
Like my
Mhm.
cat is a special needs cat. When my uncle was dying, I worked 40 plus hours a week at a call center, something Snowflake Deity cannot do.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, could you
And
imagine him as a tech
came home,
support guy?
worked a second job, took him an hour and a half to my vet, had 2 surgeries. Like it was a mess. And it's not really defense because Deity didn't know that about me. But again, he lied. So
Yeah,
whatever.
he went
Again, two-way communication. There is a lack of two-way communication.
yeah, and I
You
do
just
believe
get
he
triggered by something and run with it.
I do believe he's willingly lying because he went on a stream to talk about how I was a deep state RSN agent, and if you don't give someone a chance to respond at all, and then you just take your assumptions and then run with it, then
Exactly.
it's just
They
ridiculous.
got triggered by something and they're running with it. That's what they're doing.
Exactly.
Mhm.
CT ASMR is here in the chat.
Okay. Is
There's
that a
another
mod?
moderator that was
Yes.
and
Mm-hmm.
I mean it's just CT, you are welcome to come on if you want to just share what happened to you. We're just sort of
Yeah,
doing a
because I'll
round table here.
be exiting the stream. I'll be exiting the stream because I have to exit the stream. Okay. I'll have to exit the stream. Is that okay, guys?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm probably going to go to bed here soon. And CT said she's going to go to bed soon, but she'd rather listen.
No,
Okay, listen
that's
for some.
fine.
Listen to some ASMR.
Well, we have been
I
going
know.
for
I want to hear her cute little voice.
It's 41 minutes.
yeah. Well, we have been going for
Oh.
just over an hour. So if there's anything else anyone wants to discuss, we can wrap it up here. Oh,
All right, I'm leaving.
everyone's still there?
Okay, take care.
There's
If you
anything
want to
else for me, but thank you so much, Skizz, for hosting this. It was
Oh,
awesome.
no problem. I mean, I've got tons of
That's
people
okay.
reaching out to me right now, trying to tell me about their experiences right now. I mean, I am like I said, my Twitter
Sure.
DMs are flooded right now. It's just crazy. Apparently, no one else was talking about this, and there's just so many frustrated people out there just who have no voice to discuss this.
Right.
Yeah. Let's hope we are able to break the echo chamber and talk some sense into this person.
Yeah, and I do want to mention Heavy Down was another moderator that was banned. I saw that I saw it happen live. They demodded someone on stream, the same stream they were modded on.
I
They
think
gave them no direction.
Karen was demodded. Karen was demodded, I think.
It wasn't Karen with regard to
Karen was
Heavy
another
Down.
mod. Yes, and she also suffered the same fate.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I was
All
there
right,
for
guys,
that.
I'll be leaving. Else, yeah, you were there on that stream.
All right, well, thank you. Yeah, I was there where Heavy Down got
Okay, guys, take care.
demodded live on stream.
Tomorrow, save it. Tomorrow, save it.
Oh,
I have to go. All right.
All
All
right,
right. Bye bye.
bye bye, Kanish. All right, what was I saying? Oh, I was there on that stream where Heavy Down was demodded, and at the time I just thought that was absolutely unprofessional to demod someone publicly on the stream like that. It was just very inappropriate. If it had been a one-time isolated incident, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But when you combine it with just his behavior in the past, his behavior now,
right.
it's just crazy. And there's one more thing I do want to get into before I end the stream. His Dollar General drama. I don't know if you're aware of that at all.
I am.
Yeah, he was allegedly fired from Dollar General due to discrimination due to him being gay, which apparently he worked there for 10 years and recently was fired for being gay, which is a little weird in of itself.
Wasn't he
But-
gay for 10 years or?
Yeah. But there was a video made by a person named Hillbilly Hellride that was spammed on his channel at one point. Probably one of the first people to get muted. And basically, I watched the video at the time, and basically, it went on to claim that he was lying, that Deity had been looking for any reason to sue people there, and that all the employees in the Dollar General were walking on eggshells, and that the person who confronted, because there was an incident where someone went in there and confronted Deity, and the person who confronted Deity was the person making this video, and he was claiming that his wife was bisexual, which would make the whole homophobic comments that were being made to be about Deity
Oh
very
my
suspicious.
gosh.
So I don't know if any of that is legitimate, but when you combine it with just everything he's done prior and now, it is worth mentioning.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that whole story based on like what he did to me and some other people.
Yeah. That's why I named my video a pattern of behavior, because he likes to use that term a lot. And he has a pattern of behavior of being melodramatic, taking massive leaps in logic to smear people, sicking his fans on people and his moderators, which is the exact same thing he did to the local Dollar General. So I don't know. I don't know about the validity of it all, but
He did like an apology video for that, but it was like a long time coming because like the way I see it, it was after he posted the address of the store, so that people could very easily find it, said the name of his, district manager, Heather or whatever. And I mean, I have a feeling that there was maybe a lot of people who had gone after this person. And he said that she had posted on her Facebook that she was bisexual and a member of the LGBT community. And that's when he posted that video, as he was so sorry, as he should be. I mean, he basically kind of doxed that person
yeah,
a little bit in a roundabout way, like he does, probably posted all over Twitter and, came back and gave enough information to where people could figure it out.
yeah, and the whole thing didn't really sit right with me at the time. It just seemed a little excessive to sick your fan base on your former employer, basically. And just with everything that's happened now, I'm starting to think that perhaps the whole thing may not be so black and white.
Probably not. Yeah, CT is saying that Karen was ousted for voicing her concerns to them via the sisters' Instagram, which she did. I saw some information on that, and it was like a very nice, very fair message, I thought. And she's just saying, I'm glad we could build a new supportive community for all of us who were wrongfully on the receiving end of his meanness. Thank you, CT. Thank you
Yes,
for
thank you, CP. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to make like an anti-deity community, but in a way, he's making it himself, because you have all these people, and if you do watch this, I want to kind of speak to you here, Deity. You've built this whole community of people, scared half of them away to the point where they are not only confused but angry, to the point where people are making streams. They are coming on other streams to discuss this. I mean, at some point, you have to come to the conclusion that we're not all trolls, and maybe you are the one with the problem. So,
Yep. And Deity, you are responsible for your reactions to people's criticism of you, whether it's, seemingly well intentioned or not. You're responsible for it. People trigger you if you allow them to. So maybe think about who you have surrounding you that is getting some enjoyment out of watching you react.
exactly. And I have a feeling that it's only going to get worse for you if you keep going on the path you're going. You are going to have a blowout publicly in embarrassing fashion, and you probably will not recover from it unless you just put a stop to it now. So, unless there's anything else to say, I think I will go ahead and wrap this one up here. We've been live for about an hour and 15 minutes.
Sounds good. Well, have a good night, Skiz, and thanks again.
Oh, have a good night too, and thank you for coming on. Your story was by far the most disturbing thing I've heard coming from the deity drama so far.
Thank you. I guess it was good to get it out, but thank you.
Yeah. Oh,
have a great night.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. All right, everyone. This was very interesting, very informative as well. I will continue to look into this topic. I mean, I have a feeling that he is not going to stop his erratic behavior, and he's not likely to make any improvements anytime soon. So I have a feeling that he can go nowhere else but down from here. I will hopefully be able to bring more people on if they are willing to come on at a different stream to discuss this, because I know there are a lot of frustrated people who have been in his community and have been ousted from his community for no justified reason. So if you watch this and you want to come on, please DM me on Twitter, which you can find on my channel page, and I'll have you on and you can discuss your story. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe as is tradition, and I will see you all next time.